to start 4 freshmen of the 11 people in their starting lineup. Michael Meyer, Will Hopkins, Patrick Riley, and a rookie goalkeeper in Jazz Zanelli. Face-off battle, it's going to be Connor Mccusker going up against Ashton Wood. And let's kick the tires and light this fire, baby. The 2023 season is underway. Bucknell in the white jerseys, Mercer in the eye-popping, pristine Road Orange unis. And the ball squirts around. It's eventually picked up by the Bison. And here we go. It is go time. So Bucknell, now they do not have the advantage in the face-offs. Mccusker going up against Wood. Mccusker was kind of the understudy to Jared Witzel and Nick Cravato the last 3 years, but you know, he's in the driver's seat now, and he's going up against a veteran, a graduate student in Ashton Wood. Recruit, and you know, ironically, it was Ryan Danahy, along with Frank Federaca, that recruited Davis, and now Danahy's got to go up against Connor Davis. Davis is a special player. He out of Suffolk County. As a high school senior, 52 goals, 56 assists. Face-off won by Ashton. And he scores off the face-off. Ashton Wood bounces it in. He wins the face-off. And within 6 seconds, he barrels his way into the offensive end and bangs it past Jazz and Ellie. So Mercer's on the board 3-1. That's how you take matters into your own hands. You're like, look, I'm going to win this face-off. I'm going to go right down Broadway and pound this puppy in. And that's exactly what Ashton Wood did against Jazz and Ellie. That's a grad student going up against a freshman. And, you know, there's still that COVID year hanging in the balance, so you're seeing a lot of fifth-year players. Ashton Wood is one of them. You know, the insert 81 goals and took 36% of Bucknell shots. And when you bring both of them back, Furlong's a junior and Davis is a sophomore, you got a special team. Now, the Patriot League is loaded this year, as there's a collision at the X, and Mercer's going to win it. And Ashton Wood is shaken up, and he is down on the turf. This is not good. And Ryan Danahy and the athletic trainer is going to come out and check on their graduate student, their stud face-off player who won 64% of his face-offs last year. There was a wild tangle in the middle, and it ended up being a violation on Bucknell. So it's Mercer ball, but we got to make sure Ashton Wood's okay. This was the Southern Conference's all-time leader in ground balls and face-offs won and winning percentage. Now, with your players, I mean, you're managing a roster of 50 people, and it's not like football where you have like a position coach for every unit. You've got an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, and a head coach. That's it for 50-plus players. Goodness gracious. It is freezing out here. Danny Striano with the win. I love this guy. He's the best athlete on the team, according to Frank Federaca. He doesn't get tired. Like he could. Now, Ashton Wood left the game with a left leg injury. So we've got the backup face-off guy and Christopher Capelman in for Mercer going up against Connor Mccusker. Mccusker, one of those 5 captains I talked about, 6'2", 215-pound senior. So Capelman is in for Ashton Wood. Capelman, 6'1" freshman from Smithtown, New York, Long Island guy. This is his first career face-off, and he's going up against a senior in Connor Mccusker, who was kind of seldom used his first 3 years, but this is his time to shine. So Bucknell should have the advantage here, and they do win it. So Bucknell wins the face-off as we start the second quarter, and they quickly strike for a goal. 10 seconds in. 7. Goal by Michael Meyer, assisted by Richie Striano. So Michael Meyer had the goal. That's his second of the game. Happened so fast I didn't even have time to see it. I looked at my chart, looked up, and the goal already happened. And another face-off one for Bucknell. They've got the advantage now with Ashton Wood injured with that left ankle, and he's still limping on the sideline. Bucknell's won 60% of the face-offs. Now it's with Ashton Wood's sideline. You've got a senior going up against a freshman here, and Striano kicks it loose, picked up by Mercer. Garrett Leclerc. So Mercer's had a handful of. He's gonna throw him in. He's starting a freshman keeper in Jazzanelli. He started 3 freshmen, including Michael Meyer, who's got a hat trick. It's 9-1 Bucknell, and they win yet another face-off. Dutch Furlong touch shot. It's a goal. 3 hat tricks by 3 different players in the first half. It's 10-1 Bucknell over Mercer. And Mercer, without Ashton Wood, they just seem discombobulated on offense. Ashton Wood makes this team go, and he was sidelined with a left ankle injury midway through that first quarter, and he just hasn't. Capelman has not been the same. He's not the same as Wood. Wood's one of the all-time great face-off guys in lacrosse. And you're asking a true freshman to go up against a senior? That's a lot. And Capelman going for it, and Mercer wins it. Bucknell, real physical team. They're not going to give up here. Mercer needs to clear and they get it. He's got 4 this year. This cold weather is not fazing this Bucknell team. And picked up by the herd. That's the long pole, Will Pickering, freshman from Abington, Pennsylvania. Canada, junior, gets the tally. That's a violation on Mercer, and they just kind of continue to struggle in the X. Bucknell's won. He had 5 assists against Mercer last year. His dad, Jeffrey, was a national champion at Salisbury, won a Division III national title. He's making his 16th straight start. Face-off won by Bucknell's Connor Davis. And Davis gets pushed, and whoa, the stick goes flying. That's a foul on Mercer. The stick just got thrown up in the air, and Davis was able to draw the foul. So Myers got 4, Davis has 4, and I mean, what if Michael Meyer could replicate the freshman success that Connor Davis has? It'd be fun. It'd be fun to follow, for sure. And in the second half, we'll go through both teams' schedules. Because Mercer, I mean, they're going to play a couple Patriot League teams. They've got in this Bucknell team, they've got 5 captains, and Andrew Stanzel, C.J. Baroni, Danny Striano, Jack Fita, and Connor Mccusker. And it looks like Ashton Wood, number 88, is still on the sideline for Mercer. So that means they're going to stick with the freshman, Christopher Capelman, in the X. Bucknell's had the advantage at center circle. They've won 10 of the 17 faceoffs. Turnovers have also been Mercer's problem. They have 11 turnovers, and a lot of them are just kind of unforced pitch and catch errors. So third quarter underway here in Lewisburg. The sun has creeped out a little bit. It's still freezing. It still feels like 6 degrees. And Danny Striano wins it. So 11 of the 18 faceoffs won by Bucknell. Bucknell white jerseys, Mercer turned it into points of their own. So 13-3, Bucknell leads Mercer. 13:28 to go in the third. It was Griffin Shaffer taking that face-off. He's a freshman from Austin, Texas, number 11. Shaffer, lefty shot. Oh, nearly had his first career goal. Bounces wide right. In a school zone, if you will. And here we go. Here come the Bears. Starting to percolate a little bit. Capelman wins the faceoff down the center of the lane. Hank Bethel jars it loose. 50-50 ball. Who wants it? Bethel's going to get it. No. Back to Mercer. That's Quinn Kelly. Meyer, 6'3", highly touted freshman, 200-pounder, high school All-American. 5-star recruit, big haul for Frank Federaca and co. In game 1, he's lived up to good instincts from Jack Fita. But yeah, we talk about circle games. February 4th, Opening day today, circle game. Another circle game I have, Boston University. Violent hit. Somebody lost a stick. Mercer picks it up. And then Bucknell's got Loyola. I mean, Loyola's been a powerhouse in the Patty League for quite some time. That's a strike and a goal for Mercer. But yeah, the first two games in league play are March 11th and March 18th here at home against BU and Loyola. Fans need to get out there for those games. You know, I'm sure they'll both be on ESPN Plus, so it'll be fun to watch. But that's like during spring break too, so that'll be a good time for Bucknell to really. Then Bucknell goes to at Colgate March 25th, at Army April 1st. Those Bucknell Army games, I feel like every game is always decided by one goal between the Cadets and the Bison. It's crazy. And then Lehigh, they've got Sisselberger, who's the best face-off guy in the league. He's the preseason FO of the year. And then at Holy Cross, at Lafayette, those are winnable games. And then they host Navy for Senior Day on April 28th. And then, boom, Patty League Tournament, first week in May. For the lacrosse team, it's a busy day on campus. There's a wrestling duel at Davis Gym at 2 o'clock. Men's basketball host Army at 7 o'clock. You can hear Doug Birdsong right here on ESPN Plus a little bit later on. So a jam-packed day. We mentioned crossover season. Bucknell, they've done a good job in the X. They've won 14 to the 24 face-offs, and it's a shame because Ashton Wood has been hurt since the tail end of the first quarter with a left ankle injury. Face-off won by Bucknell. Then we've got an illegal slash on Mercer, so it's going to be a man up. You can just feel the wind whipping here in the press box. Griffin Shaffer at the X. It's a good experience for Shaffer to try and win some face-offs. And Bucknell is able to win it. Danny Striano and co. Striano. How many times? You know, that's my biggest takeaway today. Look, you knew what you're going to get from guys like Cam Doolin, Dutch Furlong, and Connor Davis. This was about the four freshmen that made their first career starts, first career collegiate appearances. And I think that's the biggest takeaway if you're Frank Federaca. And then for Mercer, look, first-year head coach. New system, on the road, hostile environment. Wet in this game. He has a shot on goal. And then you've got Jazzanelli, who's got 9 saves and saved 64% of the shots, and he's come out here in the fourth quarter to get some rest and stay warm. So the freshmen had phenomenal debuts, and I think that's your biggest takeaway. Now some reserves are getting some playing time here for Coach. Jake Myers now in cage for Mercer. 1:50 to go. 20-6, Bucknell over Mercer.